Imagine a world where everything you own, from your clothes to your tools, is made by hand. A world powered by muscle, wind, and water. For most of human history, this was reality. But then, in the mid-18th century, something changed. A revolution began, not of swords and soldiers, but of steam and steel. This was the start of the Industrial Revolution, a period that would reshape our planet forever. So, how did it all begin? Our story starts in Great Britain, a nation with a unique combination of resources. It had abundant coal and iron ore, a stable government that encouraged commerce, a colonial empire providing raw materials and markets, and a spirit of scientific inquiry inherited from the Enlightenment. It was the perfect crucible for change. Before the revolution, the textile industry was a cottage industry. Families would work from home, spinning wool and cotton by hand, a slow and painstaking process. But a series of brilliant inventions shattered this old way of life. In the 1760s, James Hargreaves invented the spinning jenny, a machine that allowed one worker to spin multiple threads at once. Suddenly, yarn production skyrocketed. Soon after, Richard Arkwright's water frame used water power to create stronger thread, and Samuel Crompton's spinning mule combined the features of both, dramatically improving efficiency and quality. But the real game-changer was steam. While early steam engines existed, it was James Watt who, in the 1770s, radically improved the design, making it far more efficient and versatile. For the first time in history, humanity had a reliable source of power that was untied to a river or reliant on the wind. Watt's engine could be placed anywhere, and it would become the thrumming heart of the new industrial age. It powered textile mills, pumped water out of coal mines, and would soon drive locomotives and steamships. These new machines were too large and expensive for a cottage. So, a new workplace was born, the factory. Entrepreneurs built massive mills, first along rivers to harness water power, and later, anywhere, thanks to the steam engine. They brought workers and machines together under one roof, creating the factory system. This system was all about efficiency. The workday was no longer dictated by the sun, but by the clock. Production was broken down into simple, repetitive tasks, performed endlessly by workers on long shifts. This new system had a magnetic pull. People flocked from the countryside to the burgeoning industrial cities like Manchester and Liverpool, seeking work. This mass migration, known as urbanization, was unprecedented. Cities grew at a dizzying rate, often without proper planning. Housing was cramped and unsanitary, leading to the rapid spread of diseases like cholera and typhoid. The air filled with smoke from coal-burning factories, and rivers became polluted with industrial waste. For many, the dream of a better life in the city turned into a grim struggle for survival. Society itself was being reforged. A new social class emerged, the industrial middle class. These were the factory owners, inventors, and bankers who profited from the new economy. They built grand homes, enjoyed new luxuries, and gained significant political influence. Below them was the vast industrial working class, the men, women, and even children who toiled in the factories and mines. Life for the working class was incredibly harsh. Workdays could last 12 to 16 hours, 6 days a week. The work itself was dangerous. Machines had no safety guards, and accidents were common. The air in textile mills was thick with cotton dust, leading to serious lung diseases. Perhaps the most shocking aspect was the widespread use of child labor. Children, some as young as 5 or 6, were prized for their small size, allowing them to crawl under machinery to fix broken threads. They were paid a fraction of an adult's wage, and were often subjected to brutal discipline. The shift from an agrarian to an industrial society wasn't just about economics. It changed the very fabric of daily life. The family unit, once a center of production, was transformed. Work and home became separate spheres. People's lives became regulated by the factory whistle, not the seasons. New communities formed, but so did new social problems, poverty, crime, and immense inequality. Yet, despite the immense hardship it caused, the Industrial Revolution also planted the seeds of our modern world. The mass production it pioneered eventually led to more affordable goods for a wider population. It spurred innovations in transportation, like railways and steamships, which connected the world like never before. It created new wealth and opportunities, laying the groundwork for the rise in living standards that many parts of the world experience today. The first phase of the Industrial Revolution, from roughly 1760 to 1840, was a time of profound and often painful transformation. It was an age of brilliant invention and brutal exploitation, of progress and poverty, of new fortunes and new forms of misery. It replaced a world of handcrafts with a world of machines, setting in motion the forces of industrialization that would spread across the globe, creating the complex, interconnected, and technologically advanced society we live in today. The echoes of that first steam engine still reverberate all around us. Thanks for watching our journey into the machine age. If you're passionate about bringing history to life, we're looking for volunteers to help us build powerful news stories. Check the description for details on how to join our team. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to join us on our next historical adventure.